What's up, crypto family? Welcome back to Goldrush Crypto Daily, where we break down the biggest stories shaping the markets and help you stay ahead of the game. Now, if you've been paying attention, you'll know the noise in this space never stops. Bitcoin headlines, Ethereum updates, meme coins exploding, but behind all that hype, there's one project quietly rewriting the rules of blockchain, and that's Kaspa. Today, we've got a stacked lineup, a hidden player building bridges and infrastructure for Kaspa's global push. Why analysts are calling Kaspa the real solution to Bitcoin's scalability problem. Fresh data showing whales and long-term holders loading up big. Plus alt-season predictions that could light up the charts. Stick around because one of these stories could explain why the next leg up for Kaspa might already be in motion. And hey, before we dive in, smash that like button if you're bullish on crypto this year, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the daily breakdown. Katrina, one of the most vocal Kaspa supporters online, dropped a reminder that not enough people realize how much Kasplex is contributing behind the scenes. We're talking about bridges, tooling, infrastructure, all the boring but essential parts of making Kaspa ready for global adoption. Now, why does this matter? Because most people in crypto only notice what's flashy, price pumps, exchange listings, or social media hype. But infrastructure is what actually determines whether a chain survives the long game. Kasplex is building bridges that connect Kaspa to other ecosystems, giving it interoperability. They're rolling out developer tools that make it easier to build on top of Kaspa. And every piece of infra they deploy quietly pushes Kaspa closer to mass adoption. For context, think back to Ethereum. Before it became the dominant layer 1, it was tooling like MetaMask, Infura, and developer kits that made building easy. Kasplex is playing that same role for Kaspa right now. Projects that invest in strong infra during the early years end up with the strongest network effects later. Kaspa isn't just surviving, it's laying the foundation to thrive when the market fully wakes up. Also, the Kaspa Unchained account posted light work quoting a video of live Kaspa transactions. What they were showing wasn't just cosmetic, it was proof of Kaspa's insane throughput thanks to its directed acyclic graph DAG architecture. Unlike Bitcoin or Ethereum, which process blocks one at a time, Kaspa's Ghost DAG protocol allows parallel block processing. That means more blocks, faster confirmations, and higher throughput. And right now, Kaspa is undergoing stress testing for KIP9, a major protocol upgrade designed to enhance performance even further. For anyone new, think of this like stress testing a supercar engine. They're redlining it to make sure it doesn't just perform under ideal conditions, but also under maximum load. If Kaspa proves stable at higher throughput, it makes the chain a serious competitor to Solana, Avalanche, or even Ethereum in the fast, scalable Layer 1 conversation. Except Kaspa stays true to proof of work, which means security and decentralization stay intact. This is one of those sleeper updates that doesn't get headlines on CNBC, but it's the type of development insiders watch closely. If KIP9 rolls out smoothly, Kaspa could officially claim the title of the fastest, most secure POW chain in crypto. Vijay Kailash, a CFA and CFP, dropped a blunt take. Bitcoin cannot scale to the entire world. This is where Kaspa steps in. Here's the issue. Bitcoin processes about 7 transactions per second. Visa does around 24,000. That's why debates around Lightning Network, sidechains, and scaling solutions never end. Kaspa, on the other hand, already achieves around 32 transactions per second natively, thanks to its DAG structure, and it's designed to scale even further without breaking decentralization. Now, the timing of Vijay's post is important. Kaspa has a major showcase coming up in Berlin on September 13, 2025, where devs will demonstrate real-world adoption use cases. The fact that financial professionals like Vijay are openly positioning Kaspa as a Bitcoin scalability alternative shows the narrative is shifting from retail hype to institutional awareness. This is big. Institutions don't usually look at hype coins, they look at fundamentals and long-term scalability. If professionals are framing Kaspa as a complement or even a replacement narrative for Bitcoin, that's fuel for the next adoption wave. Ash Crypto, who's been around the space for years, didn't mince words. Alt season is coming, 50%, 100% daily gains will happen. Just HODL and wait till Q4. Now, bold calls like this are everywhere in crypto, but here's why it's worth considering. Historically, alt season tends to follow Bitcoin strength. When BTC consolidates near highs, liquidity often rotates into altcoins. Kaspa is perfectly positioned here. Why? Because it's still underexposed compared to Layer 1 competitors, and its fundamentals are stronger today than when it last hit all-time highs. If Altseason does ignite, projects with strong narratives like Kaspa as scalable POW Bitcoin could attract disproportionate attention. I wouldn't bank on 100% daily gains, that's moonboy talk, but the sentiment shift matters. If the broader altcoin market rallies, Kaspa's fundamentals give it a chance to outperform. Kaspa Daily shared that 15% of Kaspa's supply has now remained untouched for more than 2 years, a new record. This metric is important because it signals conviction. Holders aren't just flipping, they're accumulating and waiting. Compare that to Bitcoin's long-term holder supply, which is one of the strongest signals analysts use to measure market bottoms and conviction cycles. When coins leave exchanges and sit in cold storage, supply shock pressure builds. If demand suddenly spikes, there simply isn't enough liquid supply on the market. That's how explosive rallies start. For me, this is one of the most bullish signals in crypto. Price action can be manipulated short-term, but you can't fake long-term holder conviction. 15% supply locked up shows serious belief in where Kaspa's headed. Yorichi came out swinging with one of the most bullish Kaspa posts yet. He argued Kaspa is a better Bitcoin and pointed to massive whale accumulation, including a rumored Tier 1 exchange wallet that grabbed 624 million KAS, around $49 million in just 24 hours. Let's break this down. If the Tier 1 rumor is true, it means we could be seeing exchange preparation for a listing. Think Binbase, Coinbase, or another heavyweight. That kind of buy-up isn't casual, it's strategic. Add to that the surge in Google searches and social activity, which Yorichi flagged, and you've got both retail and whales converging on Kaspa at the same time. Historically, that combination has fueled some of the biggest breakout runs in crypto. I'll be honest, this is one of the most compelling bullish cases I've seen. If whales and Tier 1 exchanges are accumulating, it's not about if Kaspa rallies, it's about when and how high. And the fact that Kaspa's fundamentals today are stronger than at its previous all-time highs, that's a recipe for fireworks. So let's recap. Kasplex is building the invisible infrastructure that makes adoption possible. Kaspa's tech is proving itself in stress tests with KIP9. Analysts are framing Kaspa as the scalable solution Bitcoin can't be. Alt-season hype is heating up, long-term holders are locking up supply, and whales, possibly exchanges, are accumulating big. The big picture? Kaspa isn't just another altcoin, it's a fundamentally sound Layer 1 that's earning recognition, developer commitment, and serious capital inflows. My sentiment? Bullish. Very bullish. But what do you think? Will Kaspa's Berlin event be the turning point? Could we see a Tier 1 listing before year's end? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be reading and replying. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss tomorrow's update. We'll keep tracking the charts, the narratives, and the news that matters most to your portfolio. And remember, this is not financial advice. Always do your own research. I'll see you tomorrow, crypto family. Stay bullish.